Welcome back. This is going to be part 4, of course, of the Elder Scrolls Online Beta. Last time we did a character in the first couple of parts, and then we kind of got through the first part of the prison in the last part. Right now, we have just climbed up our ladder out of our maze of water and skeletons, and we are in this big room full of all these things that I can't help but search. I'm not going to search all of them. Just that would take a lot of time, but it looks like there is actually some good stuff in them. So I'm going to go ahead now and go forward, continue on with our quest. Otherwise, we'll be here for the whole 30 minutes of watching me search through different containers. Alright, so we are here, and the next part of our quest is basically to talk to this girl we were talking to before, Lyra. She's been following us this whole time, pretty much. We have this giant cube with a guy in the middle. So hopefully we're going to do something with that because that looks pretty cool.
Alright, the good news is we made it here in one piece and the Prophet looks unharmed. Now the bad news. It's going to be up to you to keep him safe and get him back to Tamriel. I'm not going with you.
Alright, so we're going to ask her where she's going.
I probably should have mentioned this before, but it never seemed like the right time. There's a trick to opening the cell. The only way for a prisoner to leave is for another living soul to take their place. I need to swap places with the Prophet.
Alright, so here we have the option of telling her, don't do this, there must be another way, or do what you must. We don't really care about her, I don't think, at this point. So, I'm just going to tell her to do what she has to do.
I can't possibly understand it right now, but the Prophet chose you for a reason. You're important, and everyone and everything we've ever loved is in danger. Get the Prophet to safety. I'll find my own way back, if I can.
Alright, so we're gonna tell her we'll keep him
safe.
There
are magical locking devices on either side of the cage. You need to deactivate both of them so I can begin the transfer. Once it's done, get moving. The Prophet will know where to go, but he'll need your eyes and your protection.
Alright, so we have to deactivate locking devices. And I can see a waypoint over there above 1. It's also glowing, so that helps us find it. So I'm going to go over here, and it looks like just go ahead and press E to unlock this, and we'll see what it does to his big cage. Alright, so we have unlocked that one, and then the next one is, looks like it was across the way. And yeah, it's over there. It looks like it needs to be accessed from this side, though. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make that jump otherwise. Alright, looks like they are both there, and we're going to go back to her and observe the exchange, I guess.
I give myself that the Prophet might be free!
Oh, and she's getting beamed up, I guess. And it looks like she is in there now, and the Prophet is out. Not sure how he got in there, because I know we did talk to him. That might have been a ghost or apparition or something.
Thank the divines you are safe. There is that at least. There has sacrificed everything that we might go free. Her sacrifice must not be in vain.
Alright, so I guess we care a little bit about her. We're going to ask if there's a way to take her.
That were possible, but I promise you, once we escape Cold Harbor, we will find a way to rescue her together, Vestige.
Okay, so I'm going to ask him what vestige means, I guess.
That is the name I have given you. You are but a trace of your former self, a soulless one, an empty vessel that longs to be filled. It is as the scrolls foretold, but not exactly as I imagined.
Okay, so I guess that's her nickname now, is Vestige. We're gonna find out why he's the Prophet.
That is what I'd come to be called. My true name is lost even to me. Years of torment have taken their toll. Quickly now, we must make haste to the anchor. The anchors are Daedric machines of the darkest magic. Their chains bind our world and pull it towards Cold Harbor. I can use one of these anchors to return us to Tamriel, but you must lead me to it.
Alright, so we're leading him to the anchor, and according to my waypoint, it looks like it is right across from us. So I'm gonna go all the way around here and try really hard not to loot all of the stuff. Alright, so all the way around, and it looks like up these stairs. These are pretty cool. Not really sure what these are exactly, but that's pretty awesome looking. So gonna go up the stairs, and hopefully we won't run into anything we have to kill in here. No, it doesn't look like it. So just into the anchor mooring. Alright, and the load screens are actually very, very quick, it seems like. I don't know if that's just because of where we are or what, but they're not taking very long, which is very nice. So I'm going to loot these few little things in front of me just because they're here. And I feel like I held myself back in the last room. So I'm going to loot those few. And then...
The insects fight back.
Whoa.
How amusing. And yet so very sad.
Alright, so we have this giant guy in front of us. It looks like we're going to have to kill him. Oh, not him. It looks like it's a giant snake. So we'll go ahead and shoot her and then dodge any of the stuff that she throws at us if we can. If there wasn't a big chest in the way, that might help. And I am running into all of it, it looks like. Alright, and she is down. And we actually didn't lose too much health that way, it doesn't look like. And of course we can't loot it. It would probably have something awesome on it, but we can't loot it. So I'm going to go ahead and go, talk to him, and he's following me, of course.
The Dark Anchor's portal is high above us. I will prepare a spell to lift us to it. But first, you must reattune yourself to Nern in order to regain your physical form. To do this, you will need a sky shard.
Alright, so a sky shard.
Shard of ethereal magicka that carries the essence of Nern. Some linked into Lorcan, the missing god of creation. If you collect and absorb its power, it should restore your corporeal form. I will summon one of these shards for you to absorb.
Alright, so I'm going to absorb some kind of shard. That doesn't sound pleasant, but I guess I'll let him do what he needs to do.
There, quickly, collect the sky shard.
Alright, so this is actually a pretty big part of the game. This is a sky shard. It's just a giant beam, basically, that comes up from this little rock. These are pretty useful. They can be found pretty much anywhere, I think. There's certain places, obviously, that they are going to spawn, and more than one person can use them. From what I understand, they give you kind of like an extra talent point. So, the more you find, the better. Alright, and we have completed it. And the write-up on it down at the bottom here says you've discovered a sky shard. Sky shards are scattered across the lands of Tamriel. For every 3 sky shards you collect, your character will gain an extra skill point. Alright, so basically, yeah, you collect 3, you get an extra skill point. That sounds pretty good. Most of the time, skill points, I believe, are based on your level and things, but
It is time. If we are
getting
to
more is
return
always
to our
better.
own realm, we must act quickly.
Alright.
First, you must activate the anchor. I can sense the dark energy emanating from 2 devices on either side of me. Activate both devices. I will begin the ritual that will pry open the jaws of oblivion and allow us to escape. There is no way to know for sure. In fact, it's extremely unlikely we will both arrive at the same location. Fear not, I will find you again when the time is right. Now go! Activate the devices.
Alright, so we have to activate some devices, and it looks like, there's one right here. That's cool looking too. So I'm going to go ahead and activate that one. And it's glowing. And there's one right on the other side as well. So once both of those are activated, it sounds like we're going to be teleported somewhere.
Great Akatosh, dragon god of time, your children are lost in the fog between worlds. They cry out for mercy. Hear my voice, Akatosh. I require your strength. Let the way be opened. Let these wandering souls return home. Let the will of Moloch Baal be denied. Hurry! We must go now!
Alright, so we are supposed to be using the rift, and I'm guessing this is this big thing above us right here. So I'm going to go ahead and go up to it, and yeah, it looks like we can go ahead and escape to Tamriel. So I will go ahead and do that, and we'll see where we end up. Looks like it's telling us down here it is Knarthi's Roost. It also gives us a little hint about collecting the 3 sky shards, and then you can see the ones you've collected in your achievements windows, and then find out about sky shard locations you might have missed. So this loading screen looks like it's taking just a little bit longer.
Vestige awakens once again. Come here. We must speak.
Alright, and we are somewhere totally different. It looks like we discovered Eagle Strand. And I don't know if you guys heard it. Oh, there we go. I can hear the prophet speaking to me through his ghost form again.
As I feared, we arrived in different locations. I am in a city near the sea, in a land of eternal spring. The air smells of the ocean and of markets and gardens. It matters not. You have awakened once again. We must set you on your path.
So it sounds like he kind of ended up in an island paradise, and looks like I ended up in a place full of sick people. I saw quite a few people laying on the cot, so I feel like I wish I would have taken his path instead.
The voyage between worlds was both chaotic and violent. It deposited us in Tamriel, but some distance apart, and quite unceremoniously upon our heads. I lost consciousness myself for a time. For the time being, your journey must continue without me. Venture outside, explore this new place, and learn what you can. Expose the agents of Moloch Baal, wherever you find them, for their means are perfidious, and their scheming ever-present. I cannot foresee that, not yet. But we will meet again. There is still much we need to accomplish.
Okay, so it looks like we are done with his quest line, or the current quest line that we were on. Once that happens, it looks like we get a reward. So we have gotten this ring. If we hover over it, it gives us the information. Looks like it is just a ring that gives you 7 max health. And then it gives you the bonus of being healthy, which is increases maximum health by 4. So maybe it gives us 11 total. It gives you, just the lore on it. Forged in the slave pits of Cold Harbor by the shades known as Soul Shriven. Okay, so this is what we're going to get for it, as well as 1 skill point. We're also going to get 76 gold. So we can go ahead and complete this quest.
Remember, the agents of Moloch Baal are everywhere. Tread carefully. I must confess this place is unknown to me. You appear to have arrived on a tropical island at the site of a shipwreck. Explore this place. Speak to the locals. I sense that the cat men of elsewhere are present. So you may be in their territory. When I have found a safe haven, I will contact you again. Until then, be safe.
Alright, so we were able to get through all of that. Looks like our quest with him is done. We have that ring, which I'm going to go ahead and equip right now. And there we go. So we're kind of in a town right now. I know that I'm going to want to group up with someone here pretty soon. What I'm going to do, though, is collect some quests here. This Khajiit is talking to me, though, right now. So I'm going to talk to him, see what he wants.
need your face to become familiar, so your presence won't be questioned. Come, stay by my side. This one so you fall from thin air. Pop, drop, splash. Roz would have tried for a backflip, but under the circumstances, this one is most impressed.
Alright, so he's already mocking me for not doing a backflip, which is fine.
There are many Dominion soldiers here, rattled by the shipwreck. They may think you are a spy. That could end badly. Raz knows you are not a spy. He does not want your impressive arrival to go unrewarded. First, a question. Where did you come from?
I'm gonna tell him where I came from. Hopefully he'll believe me.
A Daedric prince, you say? Raz has a nose for lies, but you seem clean as an ocean breeze. If anyone else asks you, where will you say you came from?
Well, he wants me to blend in, so I think that I'm gonna go ahead and say that I would lie. Generally I wouldn't, but that seems like the best option here.
Yes, lie with confidence. A straight face and a gleam in your eye. Well done. It is very good right now to fit in. Your sudden arrival, it does not fit in, you understand?
Alright, so I'm asking him who he is.
Just a friendly Khajiit, privileged to see someone drop from nowhere and land in sea. Shame you cannot do that at will. You could make piles of coins, sell tickets.
Alright, so why is he helping me?
Because you are no soldier, which is useful. You can speak with the locals, assure them we are not invaders or marauders. Now come, let us try to fit in.
Alright, so he wants me to fit in. Looks like a quest just
Commander
popped
Carrick,
up.
the moment
Talk to this guy.
these recruits survived the shipwreck without injuries. You mentioned something about the shattered shoals, yes?
Alright, so we'll talk to him.
Glad you're up and about, recruit.
Or her.
I'm in need of a scout to head to Shattered Shoals. Most of our fleet foundered to the west, but we've had a few survivors trickle in from that direction. We captured a sea viper spying on the camp. Those pirates never travel alone. Find out if they're around Shattered Shoals, and if so, what they're doing on this island. Of course, you should assist any shipwreck survivors you find. We must each do our part.
Alright, I'll tell her that I'll do what I can.
Before you head to Shattered Shoals, speak with Eelsil. He just returned from exploring a nearby temple. That wizard claims to know something about everything, so he may have insight on how these sea vipers operate.
Alright.
Seal is this way.
So we're gonna go talk to Eelsil. Looks like our friend Razumdar is going over there as well.
Ilsil, this recruit wishes to speak with you.
Alright, so we'll talk to him.
Marvelous, isn't it? We'll have to construct a special room for the Morning Stone when we bring it back to the Mages Guild. I'm sorry, did you need something? Yes. The Temple of the Morning Springs is an old Khajiit ruin not far from here. We excavated the Morning Stone from one of the chambers. As you can see, its supply of water appears endless. What do you mean, pirates? In an ancient Khajiit temple? Preposterous! All we saw were the undead warriors that overran our camp. I have no idea. Actually, I have 12 ideas, but they're far less fascinating than the Morning Stone. Probably some sort of ancient curse. It usually is with these things. Arrogant sea elf pirates. To my recollection, they aren't known to raid Kanathi's roost. Oh, and they have a thing for snakes. But I'm sure we both have more important matters to attend. If you'd excuse me?
Alright, so we learned all we could from him.
Before you depart, let's meet by the statues north of camp.
Alright, so it looks like before we leave here, we're gonna need to talk to Razumdar again. I'm just gonna look around really quickly. I can hear people talking in the background every time I run past someone. It doesn't look like they're talking to me necessarily, but I can hear them nonetheless. And I apologize if this is dark. Before I make the next one, I'm going to go ahead and change the brightness just a little bit. It is dark, it is nighttime out, so it should be a little bit dark, but might show up a little bad on the video. So hopefully you'll be able to see something. Like I said, I'm going to adjust it a little bit before we do the next part of the video. So it looks like, oh, we have a merchant here. This is perfect. Like I said, my inventory tends to fill up kind of quickly. So I'm going to go ahead and sell some stuff.
Welcome to Eagle Strand. Though, normally, everyone isn't stranded by a storm this way.
Alright, so we're going to look at her store. It looks like she has a couple things to sell us. Nothing that I really need right now. I think I have one lockpick and I could always use more, but I think they're easier to find and it's really worth it to buy. We can go though to sell, and this part is something that I always have such a problem with. I feel like there's so much that I could really use that I'm probably going to end up selling just because it will give me some more space in my inventory. So, aged meat and pork. These are for crafting. To be honest, I don't think with this character I'm going to do a whole lot of the cooking or the making beverages. So I'm just going to go ahead and sell these. To sell these, we go ahead and hover over them and push E. So I'm going to sell that as well as this pork. And my computer is making some sort of sound. But I'm going to sell the worms as well for fishing. Grapes for beverages, broth. These are the boots that I started out with, and I have better ones now. And same with the gloves. And then this is a recipe for cooking. This is one of the green ones that we got earlier. Like I said, I'm not going to be cooking or anything, so I'm going to sell that too. Obsidian. This is good for crafting armor and things like that. So I'm going to hold on to that, as well as the nickel. I'm going to, I think, hold on to the alchemy stuff for now. I'm not sure if I'm going to do any alchemy or not, but I'll hold on to it just for the moment. Another recipe, an ice staff that I'm not going to use, but the person I'm going to be grouping with later may be able to use that. So I'm going to hold on to that just in case they need it. And I actually have 4 lockpicks, so I'm okay for now. I'm going to sell my battle axe and my iron axe, iron sword, and another battle axe. Drippings for food, don't need. A recipe, I don't need. Fishing bait, I don't need. And corn mash, I do not need. So I actually did a pretty good job of getting my inventory down to a reasonable amount of things. We do have 50 slots, but those fill up very quickly when you loot and things as much as I do. So I'm going to go ahead and hit R down here for repair all, because I think some of my gear is a little damaged. And I'll accept the 3 gold. We have 167 now, so I think we're okay. So we're going to go ahead and exit her screen, and it looks like there's a couple more things to explore around here. Not too much.
I could use a break.
You will notice these right here. Some of this stuff is going to show up as this red missing box item. This is because, again, this is a beta test. Nothing is completely finished yet. So there's going to be some things that look like this. I'm sure they will be in as soon as the game comes out and everything. But for now, they are showing up this way. Most likely they just don't have the graphic for whatever it is that they're trying to put there, whether it's a vase or something, or I'm not really sure. So I'm going to dig through these people's green sacks and backpack. Looks like it's already empty. Their cabinet definitely, though. And a basket. And that's about it for here. I'm going to go upstairs as well in here. I don't think there's too much up here other than a lookout post. And it is nighttime, so we can't see too much, but I do see quite a few shipwrecks. Looks like that's what everyone was talking about with the big storm. Lots of shipwrecks. Everyone is stranded here.
I've little time for talk.
So I was going to search this as well. Looks like we just got some more stuff that I'm going to end up selling eventually anyway. But for now, I'm going to finish up in town, go ahead and talk to Razumdar one more time, and see if he has anything else he can tell me about this place, or any more advice to offer me before I venture out.
There, you see? You fit in and no one will stop you from walking away. But as this one said, there are opportunities here for people that fall from the sky. Ilsil is most impressed with his newest bubble. But the undead are a threat to all of Canarthe's roost. If you want to, you could search the Temple of the Morning Springs, determine how to contain the dead there. Then the locals should see we came here as allies, not conquerors. Karaneth told you how the hurricane dashed the fleet into Canarthe's roost. Now the sea vipers are picking at the bones of our ships. Strange, yes? You could scout the coast, as the commander said. Prove yourself to the soldiers. Oh, there's far less glamorous work to be done in Mistral, at the northern end of the island. Let's meet up there, after you've done what you decide to do. Until then, bright moons guide your steps.
Alright, so he basically gave us a couple things to do. It looks like we have just a few quests, or a few objectives related to one quest in here. On the top right again, investigate Temple of the Morning Springs, and investigate Shattered Shoals. So those are both of the quest on the horizon, and we're going to probably go ahead and do those, again with our friend once we join up. For now, I'm going to go ahead and, I guess, walk out this door, since this is where we are. So I'm going to open that door and get out here into the world. Alright, so we're no longer in town. It looks like it's still nighttime, obviously. But this is basically where most of our quests are going to be to begin with. I will take a look at the map really quickly, and you can see this is where we were in this town down here. And then this is the rest of this area. We have quite a ways to go, quite a few things we can look around for and everything. But for now, we're going to probably try to make our way over to this quest. Actually going to end this part here, though, first. And next time, like I said, we will go ahead and meet up with our friend and hopefully do some group work. I think now we've seen, you know, the combat structure and the way you move around. Looked at the looting and inventory a little bit as well, and we'll continue to look at that a little bit more also. But for now, basically, I'm probably just going to go find my friend, and we will go from there. And if you're interested in watching us play together and do stuff like that, you can definitely go ahead and continue watching the next part. I believe that will be part 5. I'm having a hard time keeping track already, and we're not very far in. So as you can see, we do have some chat popping up on the side as well. I'm going to probably go ahead and hide that because it does get a little bit annoying. But we'll do all of that next time. And I hopefully will see you then, and thank you very much for watching.